$6,000 for these two. The car that is in Houston with my brother, which is the Cadillac Vistic, which I'll put in here. I pay $1,700 a month to get both of my car washed every 2 weeks, $120. So total of $240 a month. Insurance is about $1,100 every 6 months for both of these cars, but for all three it's $3,400 every 6 months, which is not bad. So total, I paid $7,800 worth of car notes. Every 6 months, I pay $3,500 for insurance and $240 a month for car washes. What do you think? Is that too much to pay for three luxury cars? Put it down in the comment below.
Honestly, that's insane. And I don't want to be a little bit too judgmental, but looking at the neighborhood, and now obviously there's no correlation to what your house and other things you decide to do with your money correlates, but it seems to me she lives a regular lifestyle. A regular lifestyle. Doesn't seem like there's no multi-mansions in the back. So for you to have $7,800 a month, I think that's what she said, in car notes, that doesn't include insurance or maintenance, which I'm pretty sure maintenance is going to be free if they're brand new vehicles. I will hope they're brand new vehicles. But my question is, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living to have almost $9,000 of your after-tax dollars, by the way, going into cars? Now, she makes me really want to look up the value of these Cadillac EVs or whatever she said, in which I'll probably do that at the end of this video. But for you to have almost $9,000 of your net income going to bolts and wheels and brakes, that is insane. To me, that's insane. Unless she's, again, just running up a bag, or maybe there's some type of business use and these cars are creating her some type of revenue. I just can't think of anybody with a regular 9 to 5 salary, unless they're in a VP position, CEO position, higher upper management. Like, I mean, we're not, again, $9,000 a month, roughly a little less net, meaning take home dollars to pay that. And that's not including the house. That's not including if you got kids. That's not including if you want to go on vacations. That's not including emergencies, food. For you to be spending that much in cars, I would make the argument that you have to be bringing in well over $400,000 to $500,000 a year. If you have a business, gross don't matter. Net is what matters. If you're W-2 bringing in $400,000 or $500,000 a year, now it's a slightly justifiable, slightly, but not really, because even though you're making that kind of income, you don't have a business or anything to offset those taxes. And I always talked about the tax code favors entrepreneurs. Everybody knows that. The tax code favors entrepreneurs and business owners because we get our money first. We're able to write off expenses, and then whatever's left then goes to Uncle Sam, versus if it's the other way around and you have an employer, they by law have to take out your federal, your state, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. It's pretty interesting, man. She did another video. Let's see what she talking about.
I know since my last video, it has been an uproar of comments of why do you have the same two cars and why do you have three Cadillacs? I have two of the same cars because
I'm
I
about to look
wanted my
this up.
mom to be able to drive the same car as me. So she drives the black one that's in my video, and I drive the gray one. As I said, the little small Vistique is my brother's. So he gets to drive that. I have also owned quite a few of Cadillacs before these three cars. So my very first car from Cadillac was an XT6. It was my first taste of luxury. That car was awesome. It was good on gas. Um, my payments were a lot cheaper than they are now. But my dream was always Escalades. So
So,
kept that car for a couple.
so what I've been seeing is it seems as if this car MSRP is $140,000. Let's run some math real quick. 140,000, give or take. She's right. Give or take, she's doing a 60-month term with no interest alone. We're already looking at a $2,300 payment, and that's not including interest. She might be right, and she's not exaggerating the numbers, but still, it's like, what do you do? What do you do for work?
Well, it is that the dealership told me I can't go from a small little car to $100,000 car, no matter how much money you make, unless you put down a lot of money for down payment. So I decided to drive that car for a couple of years. After that, I decided to get another car. But by this time, I was able to get an Escalade. I got a black older model Escalade. It was all black. I love that car. But it was an older model, and I wanted something brand new with all the bells and whistles. So I kept that car for maybe 6 months at the most. So I had an XT6 and a 2021 Cadillac Escalade. So after 6 months, I decided to go get a 2024 Cadillac Escalade and trade in the 2021 for that one. So I still had two cars. I drove that for a while. I love that car. That was my favorite car. It had everything. It had TVs. It had all the bells and whistles. I loved that car. But also it was the car with the engine issues. But my car never had any issues. So I kept that car. I wanted to try EV. So a couple of days later, I decided to go back to the dealership and get a.
They love to see her come in.
I love that car. But the only thing with the Cadillac Lyric that I had an issue is EV mileage does not equal the gas mileage. So I drive a lot for work and I had to charge a lot. It was sometimes like while I was on call, I had to charge before I had to.
On call. So she must be in some. So we'll just go ahead and pause it right there. On call, she's definitely in the medical field, but still, are y'all really getting a bag out there like that? Are y'all really getting a bag out there like that? She could be a doctor. Doctors or nurses traveling there. Are y'all really? I know y'all get into a bag. I know y'all get into like a 90, 110, $140,000 bag. But for you to have almost $8,000 in expenses just in cars, you must be in some type of special field. It got to be something. I'm going to do research on her because, again, clearly they're there. Obviously, internet is fake nowadays. She could have rented them just for a video, just to clickbait, just to blow up, whatever. But if she's telling the truth, what kind of special healthcare field you are in to be able to afford that many cars, right? There's just something to the puzzle piece that we're just missing. I'm a pocket watcher. I run these numbers all day long. But if she's able to comfortably afford them, do whatever you choose to do with your money. Just do it responsibly. Just do it responsibly. In my personal opinion, if I was to have $8,000 of car notes, I gotta be making at least $1 million a year. That's just me. $1 million a year. These are cars that I know I'm going to keep for a very long time. I'm not going to keep buying cars, and if I'm trading out cars as much as she is, then I'm going lease. But ultimately, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Do you think $8,000 a month for 3 cars is too much, no matter how much you make? Y'all let me know. I love you. I appreciate you guys continuing to rock with me. Peace.